What's happening, everybody? Figured I'd make a quick little video on summer 2025 prep. So it is Sunday, about 9 something at night, and we're fixing to leave on Thursday morning. There's a test session on Friday, and then I don't know what we're doing Saturday, and then Sunday is day zero. So we did not go to Summer last year, but we went the year before, and we won Unlimited, which is pretty cool. And we're gonna go back and see what we can do this year. So it seems like everybody likes these videos of like the little mini trailer and loadout, and kind of gives you some of you guys ideas. And I watched some of you guys videos on the mini trailer stuff. Plus I figured I'd go over some stuff with the car. There were some questions that I've gotten. So last time we went out with this thing, we went to Streetcar Bragging Rights, right there, and we wound up going #1 qualifier. And then in the semis, Pro Mod Jim Brown took us out in a spin fest. So before that, we did some updates to the car, and I just wrapped up some of the updates to the car. Figured I'd go over them with you. But we went 623 at 220, but the window tried to rip out. 208, sorry, 208. The window tried to rip out, so Josh actually caught it. So we now went to Lexan Windows. So what this is a piece of aluminum. It's bolted in there and glued in there. And then the Lexan window, Zeus is on right here. And then there's a little support here, clevis here, put a pin through, and then that goes up to the top of the window. And then there's window latches right here. So the window latch comes in and grabs a hold of this. So we don't have to deal with the launching of the windows anymore. Been having this problem for a while. It's kind of the nature of the beast, but I think we've got it fixed. We've been 229 now, and the window has not budged. So it's time to start trying to go a little faster. So one of the updates I just finished up with the car was I just wrapped up a job for Mr. World Champion himself, Bryant Goldstone. I'll try to focus on this, just in case y'all didn't know. Birds aren't real. Anyway, so I just wrapped up a car for Goldstone, and we put this same camera system in his car. The top left corner there is what they call the forward-facing camera, but it's actually going to be mounted. It's actually mounted on the back of my mini trailer, so it'll be nice when we're driving on the road, because it's kind of hard to see around the wheels on the outside of the trailer. And what these are is little aluminum plates that Zeus in and hold the cameras. So while racing, these cameras are kind of like, I don't know, it just wouldn't look right on this car. You know what I mean? Like, we deleted the mirrors because it would shake the mirror glass out of it constantly. So without mirrors, it would literally, like, every time we go the 1-2 gear change, it would knock one of the mirror glasses out of it. And I was just so sick and tired of trying to glue them back in, so we decided to get rid of the mirrors completely. But these cameras are sweet and a heck of a lot more visibility than the crappy mirrors. Visibility is kind of at a minimum in this car when the top is up. Well, even when the top's down, the seats kind of take away a lot of that. And the mirrors were good. The problem with the mirrors is if there's no glass in them, they're worthless. So these plates will Zeus on and off. So when we go driving on the road, we'll pop the windows out and we'll Zeus these on, and we'll be good to go. So that's really all we did with the car. Oh, I just changed the stator and the converter, loosened it up. Added an antenna. If you guys have got racing radios, I suggest you add a little antenna. This is from Racing Electronics. We'll see how well this works right here. They say they wanted it like in the roof or on the trunk lid, but I just wanted to try it on their like roll bar clamp first. So when the top's up, this is through the back window. So anyway, added that, and then there's a camera right there on the license plate, and then here's the passenger side camera, and then here's the one on the back of the mini trailer. So it'd be nice, it's up nice and high. So anyway, the car's, same. I haven't really done much. CO2 tanks out of it right now because I have to refill it, and my mother bottle is empty, so I need to go to the air gas and get a new bottle. So anyway, there's that right sensor block. So the car's kind of normal, been what it is what it's been. You know what I mean? We're gonna do some videos on this thing here too. This thing's awesome. We'll get to that later. So a couple questions I've gotten was, what do you do with the fuel pump drive? So on this has an external oil pump from FluidWorks right here, okay? So it's driven by the belt. Off the back of that is impossible to see right here the back of that is a cable, and I've gone over this in other videos. So when we go on like drives on pump gas, what I do is I disconnect the cable from right here, I slide it forward, and then the center of the cable, I grab a hold of it with a pair of pliers and just slide it out a little bit, and then zip tie a rubber glove over top of it, and it disengages from the back of the drive on the oil pump, and then you're good to go. So it's super easy to do. We've been doing that for a long time, and it's worked really, really well. So anyway, the car is should be ready to go. Got to button some stuff up. Got to put the windows back in here, and all that kind of stuff. But we should be good to go. And let's see. Let's go look at the mini trailer. So a problem we had. We're going to start like a new trend here. The mini gooseneck. The problem there's my mother bottle. There's a mother bottle and the nitrogen bottle for the air jacks. They're both need to be swapped out. So anyway, the problem we've had in the past is the trailer is like, when it's hooked up to the car, it is tilted way up. Like the nose is way up, right? And there's a little drop hitch on the car, but it's about as low as you can really go. And by the time you air up the air shock that goes in the back, put the bigger tire on it, it lifts the back end of the car up pretty good. And I didn't really want to add any more, I can't even find any more of a drop hitch than that for that small size. So instead of making something, we decided to enlist Matt Smith at Performance Fab to whip up this Jesse right here. So in front of the mini trailer, I unbolted the factory coupler, and then we bolted this bad Larry on. So Matt made this. I don't think this thing's breaking. This thing's like a tank. And then I moved this is my trailer connector right here. Oh, I forgot, I gotta terminate that. That is gonna sit right there with a connector that'll plug into the back bumper for the backup camera. So anyway, this is my trailer connector. It's auto sport connector. Got it mounted there. So this thing goes forward like 8 inches further ahead than what we had, which would be nice. And it'll give us a little bit more clearance off the chutes and whatnot and the wing. And then it goes up 5 inches, which should get us pretty close to level. I'll find out Wednesday when I load the car up. So, all right, mini trailer. Oh yeah, an RC Comp. I ordered up a new set of 15 by 10s with 0-inch backspace for street wheels. I did not want double bead locks, but I got double bead locks because with 0 inches of backspace, as you can see, they don't make them unless it's a double bead lock. I don't really know why, but that's okay. They look good. It was, I didn't necessarily want double bead locks, but I'm not going to really bitch about it. So anyway, those get mounted up here when we're racing, and then the race wheels get mounted up here when we're driving on them. So, all right, mini trailer. This is probably the most, here, let there be light. So this is probably the most abridged mini trailer pack out I've ever had, which I think is good. The more and more you do of these things, the more and more you realize that you don't need to carry nearly as much crap with you. So, right here and here is all spare parts. So like connectors and electronics and any of that kind of stuff is in there. That's like everything else. So they're like spare starter, or no, starter's up there, whatever. Anyway, a whole bunch of stuff in there. I labeled it. There you go. Yeah, whatever. Starter, alternator, water pump, fuel, little fuel pump, hoses, belts, O-rings, plug wire. Anyway, so some of my labels are off because I actually made another one for spark plug wires. And I shoved a little generator up there, which we don't really need the generator unless we're kind of in trouble. So that's why it's kind of buried in there instead of just out on the tongue. That's a spare third member drain pan. Of course, Maxima oil. So engine oil, gear oil, oil filter. I highly recommend getting a little cheap label maker. The one I have is not necessarily cheap, but it's not extremely expensive. It's an Epson PCD 700. Works great. But I highly recommend getting a label maker for just not only just your little mini trailer, but all around your shop because it's rather useful. So when you do these drag and drives, it's nice to be able to, like I know where everything is on day 1, but I may not know where everything is by day 3. So label it. Then we've got Milwaukee pack out stuff. So this stuff. These are the straps for the scooter on the back. So anyway, got spark plugs and everything associated with spark plugs. These are the street wires. We're going to try something new this year. We're going to, so in the past, we've always just raced on a number 10 plug and then drove that day on a number 10 plug and then drove that morning and then got to the racetrack, pulled these plugs, threw new ones in, and then repeated the process. I'm going to try to, well, because there's a couple of reasons why, but we burn up spark plug wires occasionally. So I'm going to put number 7s in it, and day 1 we're going to work on the tune-up to try to get EGTs to come down a little bit. So they're not super hot, but they're not great. So I think if we run a number 7 plug, we'll be able to actually clean up the tune-up quite a bit. So anyway, these are the street wires from Excel. They're ceramic boots, whatever. Just so you don't run the risk of burning up your race plug wires. So, and if we do burn them up, got a whole huge bin slam full of them, all different types. So, and then we run valves on this thing every day. So, don't need to, but last year at Sick Week, I didn't preheat and prime the oil. And I don't know if you guys follow us at all or anything, but dropped a valve. So, basically what happened is it wiped out a push rod and then it dropped a valve. Now I'm like a complete maniac about valve train. So during our daily routine, we've got a process, where I do a handful of things and then Josh winds up doing all the valve train stuff because he's just flat out better at it than I am. So we check lash on everything, we check torque, we check everything, right? And then we'll wind up checking spring pressure and I have a valve spring compressor here. There's valve springs over there. We've never needed any of that stuff, but honestly, we've never had valve train problems except for the dropping of that valve. This is just me being overly cautious. So I shouldn't say we never had valve train problems. We did have valve train problems. We kept eating up push rods on the drives. And then the solution was that right there. Maxima racing oils. Wish I was making it up. That was 100% the solution. We switched to that oil. We never ate up another push rod. So anyway, those are all of our valve train stuff. Sockets, ratchets, yada yada, wrenches. You'd think I'd be more organized than this, but you're kind of limited on space. So pliers, there's some spare Zeus stuff, Allen keys, screwdrivers. It's all labeled. Whatever. You get the idea. So. And then, power tools at the bottom, since we really should never need any of this stuff, but we got it just in case. Back here, there's a floor jack, which we don't use. And then the air shock that goes on the back with quick pins. Here's the fitting for the air jacks. And what we do use every day is the stuff to prime the motor, right? Remember I just said I was a maniac about that? So prime the motor with that, and then change wheels and tires. So it works pretty good to just like throw them in like little bags and So like if it's first thing in the morning before we fire the car up, like at the hotel, grab this bag, prime it, right? Then we get to the racetrack and we're doing, changeover from street mode to race mode. Grab this bag. This has got everything to swap the wheels and tires, also put the fuel pump drive back on because you're gonna be in the back of the car. So whoever's doing the tires in the back should be doing the fuel pump drive cable and whatnot. So typically like when Josh is running valves, I'll do this and then it's already up on air. And then when he's running valve, first the real process is pull plugs out of it so it's easier to run valves. Then I'll change wheels and tires while he's running valves. Then slam plugs back in it, and then put belly pans on it and we're ready to race. So a couple other little things that we bring with us. This is a tool tray, so this goes on the intake. Little feet there that sit on top of the intake. This is just kind of a catch-all when you're changing plugs. These things are awesome. Flow Supply sells these. This was made by Jesse Kocher from Jesse's Garage in Kentucky. He made this for me years ago. It's been awesome. So, and then 2 fuel jugs, which one of them will get thrown away on day 1. But we carry another one to drain the pump gas out of the back. So we use pump gas in the back as ballast if we need to. So if the track sucks, we can add a little bit of weight to the rear, and then a car cover. So yeah, this is kind of our loadout. Look, if you Bucky's beaver chairs, the nitrogen tank will go in there. The CO2 bottle doesn't, but the nitrogen tank will. And then these little things right here from Harbor Freight, they're like $15 and they're awesome. So they work great for pumping out some of the pump gas if you have to drain it or whatever. And then our main fuel carrying method is these tanks. Been using these for I think 2 years now. They've been awesome. So anyway, yeah, that's it. And if you're looking for a little mini trailer jack, this thing is awesome. It actually goes low enough for these little miniature trailers, and it swivels really good. It's got dual little off-road wheels. It doesn't get stuck. Really like that thing. So anyway, if you're going to be up in the wherever that is, Illinois, Iowa, Wisconsin area, come stop by and say hi. See you.